Big up yourself and subscribe to this channel. Watch, like, and share the videos. Oh, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified.
Hey folks, hey, Salon people, morning, good afternoon, good evening, and it's part what you did. Today, November 25th, I'm going to share this video with you guys because it is a lack of inaction. It's why today we'll not forget the President Bill for answer to we waiting happy when they kill people in McKinney. Waiting happy when they kill people in Pademba Road. Waiting happy when they kill people in Atombo. This lack of action, members of the opposition, them in another country, they know simple things like organizing a petition. Lots of them in the country, they're afraid. They don't want to talk. But for organize a petition, we could get at least 100,000 signatures or more. The British Parliament, these people will take up these cases and then go deliberate on them. I'm going to come share this video with you now. Where Nigerians then take action and spring to action because they elect themselves and they care about themselves. They sprung to action, and here the British government is taking action. So that is why we're going to call on the British government as well to investigate the killings that occurred in Sierra Leone earlier this year. When they massacred citizens in McKinney exercising their human rights, their constitutional rights to free speech and to protest. They massacred these people. So therefore we want to call the attention of you guys, but you have to take action. If you don't sign these petitions and forward it to the British government, nothing is going to happen. If you don't sign these petitions and send it to the international, human rights courts, nothing is going to happen. If you don't sign these petitions and send them to the International Criminal Court, you guys go ahead and do these things. We're giving you guys the ideas. Somebody else take this challenge. Go ahead, set up a petition, share it on social media so you can have at least 100,000 signatures and we can forward that to the British Parliament. The people want to watch this video and see where the British people, they fed for Salon people. We can talk about back in the day of slavery and all that stuff, but today we need white people for interfering in our affairs. Can you imagine? Because these African leaders have no respect for our people. They have no respect for themselves. All they care about is their pockets, their wealth, paying themselves fat paychecks, exorbitant amount of money when people are still living in abject poverty. And when the people want to stand up and rise up to say enough is enough, they go ahead and send the same military that the taxpayers pay to kill the people. And this is what is happening across Africa. And that's the same thing that happened in Sierra Leone. We need answers. People have to be held accountable. Sierra Leoneans that are currently serving this administration, that are British citizens, the citizenship should be taken away from them, for one, and they should never travel to the United Kingdom. These are the things you should ask for. The First Lady has a British passport. I'm sure a lot of these people have British passports. The Chief Minister, all of these people. We should sanction these people. That has to be done. So I'm going to share this video with you guys so you guys can see this and form this petition so you can share that across the globe. Watch the video for yourself.
It appears to be, sadly, just the same with many other issues in Nigerian society. There's terrible unemployment, there's little access to healthcare and to education, and a poverty rate as high as 70% according to Oxfam. The people of Nigeria have the right to come together and call for an end to those injustices. But as we know in recent months, their peaceful, powerful actions have been met with horrific violence. Amnesty says that at least 56 people were killed during the recent protests, including at least 10 in Lekki. I've been fortunate enough to hear from a young journalist with direct knowledge of what happened at the Lekki toll gate. And she told me, and I'm going to read out her words. She said, and I quote, "It was devastating, something you don't want to imagine. The protesters did not know that the cameras and the lights were going to be removed. There were no cameras to witness anything. And then, as we've heard today, the soldiers opened fire on the crowd of protesters. And my contact said, one of the survivors jumped in the water, but the soldiers kept on shooting. For days after, a friend of mine didn't come online because of the shock and the fear, and it took him a long time to come to Facebook and to say, thank God I survived. I did not think I was going to." She said, "Someone else I know left the toll gate with a bullet in him, and later they moved all the bodies so that there would be no evidence. For them to close their hearts and kill protesters like that is simply unforgivable." The response from the authorities who feel threatened by the protests has been insidious, as we've heard. Media agencies have been fined for telling the truth. Bank accounts of activists have been suspended because supposedly they finance terrorism. And government spokespeople have even blamed the protesters for a rise in food prices. Those in power will clearly do anything at all to ensure that the movement ends now and that SARS is technically disbanded. Those in power are terrified that the calls for action on corruption and police brutality will go on and on. My plea to the Minister today is that we stand with the young people of Nigeria who are demanding change far beyond the closure of SARS. What they are demanding is a future worthy of their courage and their leadership. And here in the UK, we need that too, because Nigeria is a massive, fast-growing, youthful country. It has massive potential. It's a country that will have a leading role in decades to come, not just within Africa, but in our world. And for that positive leadership to happen, that sense of justice that motivates the EndSARS protest must prevail to shape Nigeria's future and our future too. So, Minister, I don't think that words from the government today are going to be enough, because I think we've got to show our solidarity, demonstrate it, by identifying and targeting those that we know are responsible for terrible violence and abuses that the activists have faced. The least we should do is to make sure that those who have murdered Nigerians and deprived them of their human rights aren't able to benefit from trade or travel to the UK. In my view, that should include the leaders of the government and the military who are even now, refusing to allow transparent and fair investigations to happen and for justice to be implemented.